Hello, welcome to our assembly for the day. This week in our assemblies, we're going to talk about anti-bullying because this week is National Anti-Bullying Week. So what I wanted to do is show you some of the stuff that's been sent out by the Anti-Bullying Alliance, because that's kind of important stuff about what bullying is. And we're going to talk about what bullying means at Wincham. And then over the course of the assemblies this week, we're going to talk about what we can do about that to make sure that we make Wincham a completely safe place for everybody to be and a place where everybody is happy. So I'm going to show you a couple of things because we want to make sure that everybody is absolutely happy at Wincham. It's a safe place to be, and that we know that everybody is doing the right things. Okay, so United Against Bullying, Anti-Bullying Week. Here we go. So we need to talk about what is bullying, okay? And there's a lot of big words in this. It says the repetitive, intentional hurting of one person or group by another person or group where the relationship involves an imbalance of power. Bullying can be physical, verbal, or psychological. It can happen face-to-face or online. What a lot of big words. Oh my goodness. What on earth does any of that mean? Well, let's see if we can break it down. We could talk about verbal bullying. We haven't even got through what bullying is yet. I'm not even getting onto that. Bullying is where somebody is unkind to another person. Now, you might fall out with your friends and you might have a little argument. And it might be that somebody's playing tig on the playground and they were running really fast, and they reached out and they pushed when they tig, and you think, well, they pushed me, so they're falling out. Well, that person's bullying me. Well, no, they're not, because it's not happening again and again and again. Bullying happens again and again and again, and it's intentional. It's somebody who is trying to upset someone else. Not just doing it once, but doing it again and again and again. That's the key thing, where you are deliberately trying to upset somebody again and again and again. That's what bullying actually is, okay? So where we talked about this bit, repetitive, that means that somebody's doing it over and over again. Intentional hurting. Now, in that example I gave you, when somebody's going tig on the playground, that's not intending to hurt somebody. That's part of a game. And they might be running really fast and running into you and tigging you and actually almost pushing you over because they're running so fast when they're playing tig. But that's not intentionally doing it. That's just accidental. That's being overexcited. But if you are going up to somebody, or if somebody comes up to you and says, "You smell," again and again, and then they say it again and again and again, they say it every day, then that's bullying. Okay, so when we get into our definitions, verbal bullying is where somebody can call somebody else names. Okay, might be saying unkind things, might be threatening somebody, and it's happening each day. Okay, physical bullying is where you could be hurt, or where somebody could be hurt. Okay, anything that hurts you by touching you. Okay, indirect bullying is to do with people's friends, leaving somebody out, spreading rumors about somebody. Okay, and again, where it's happening over and over again. One argument between a group of friends isn't bullying. Okay, so don't go to, complaining to your teacher that you're being bullied because you've fallen out with your friends. It's only where it happens all the time. And cyberbullying or online bullying could be to do with social networking, could be to do with WhatsApp groups where people are being unkind about each other, nasty text messages. Okay, now what does that mean at Wincham? Okay, well, let's have a look at what that means for us at Wincham Primary School. So you will have one of these posters in your classroom, our anti-bullying policy. Okay, so we know that what bullying is, because it's where somebody is intentionally trying to hurt or upset someone, and they're doing it over and again. So in the green oval, it says bullying of any kind is unacceptable in our school. It's not on. We don't do it at Wincham. And our rights are to be treated with respect. And we'll talk a little bit more about what respect means in the next assembly. And it's to feel safe and happy. So we've talked about the different kinds of bullying. And there's a little bit more information here because it might be to do with hurting someone's feelings, physical bullying, verbal bullying, or it might be to do with one of the different protected characteristics. It might be to do with skin color. It might be to do with racist bullying, to do with somebody's culture. It might be homophobic, transphobic, or biphobic bullying, okay, because of your gender or sexual orientation. And again, we talked about cyberbullying as well. And there's things that we can do if you're being bullied. And this yellow bit on the right-hand side is really, really important. And that's what you're going to be talking about with your teachers this week. So if you're being bullied, you say to somebody, stop, don't do that. Look them in the eye, tell them to go away. Ignore them, walk away. But the most important thing is tell somebody, tell an adult in school straight away, because then we can help you to sort it out. And if you're not sure, if you don't really feel like you want to tell an adult in school, then speak to somebody at home, and they can speak to somebody, one of us in school. Don't do what somebody says. If somebody says to you, hey, go kick Fred, Fred's horrible, don't do it. Say no. Don't get angry, because then it's really difficult to sort out what's going on and to find out what's happening. And then if you end up being angry, then somebody will say, yes, but he called me this, and he said that, and she said that. And we can't work out what's gone on. So don't get angry, walk away. Try not to show you're upset. And certainly don't lash out. It's really, really difficult. If somebody upsets you and you're getting really cross about it, it's really difficult not to lash out, not to be upset, but you mustn't hit somebody else. And you mustn't think it's your fault, because it isn't. Bullying is wrong, and it's the person who's doing it is in the wrong. So if you see somebody being bullied, don't walk away. Don't stay silent. Tell a grown-up and ask the person who is the bully to stop, and ask the person who is being bullied if they need your help. And we'll talk a little bit more in another assembly about the sorts of choices that we can make and the sorts of things that we can do to make the school a better place. So that's the end of my bit of the assembly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop, and your teachers are going to show you a very, very short video clip from the Anti-Bullying Alliance, which talks a little bit about what bullying is and about what we can do and those sorts of things. And then in the next assembly, we'll talk a little bit about respect, and we'll talk a little bit about the sorts of choices that we can make. Okay, so I'm going to stop now, and you'll get to see the next bit of the video, which has got some other children in it. Okay, bye-bye.